So just another thought. um, the highly intelligent thoughts. So I was thinking like, when and I know there's a controversy out there. People like to bash on people who smoke cannabis, and even so-called quote unquote truthers, um the same way, same thing. um they criticize them too. Now I understand the whole, um like, that's all you do all freaking day, you know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, even then, dude, who the fuck are you to dictate how somebody, you know what I mean? Let them do whatever the fuck they want to. But to label everybody, um you know what I'm saying, like, in one big group is, I think, stupid, silly, and I guess I wouldn't say uneducated. um no, that's too strong of a word. But haven't researched it enough. Or maybe they haven't done it enough, or they had a bad experience, and that happens to people. um Me personally, if unless it's a very strange reason, if or whatever, if whoa, that's weird. Something's on my car. um oh, probably this palm tree. Anyway, trying to sidetrack me from this. So what was I saying? Yeah, people like to, you know bash cannabis use, and a lot, some are plausible. There's the dispensaries are government owned, government operated. And if you're a truther, a lot of them say that, if whatever the government tells you to do the opposite, which, it's it's pretty true. So I can go with that. That's fine. That's okay. But to be like, oh, just completely, you know, um, discontinue it because of that. I don't know. I don't know about that. Not everything is government owned. You know what I'm saying? And it's organic. If you can go organic, that's, always the best. But what really is organic? You know what I'm saying? Like, because a piece of, I mean, that's everything's so legal. Like, I mean, think about this though. Everything's so legal, like in our products. Like, if I wanted to just to sell a product, I'd have to go through all these hoops, and you know what I'm saying? All these hoops that I'd have to jump through, and you know what I'm saying? Just to some on fire. uh, just a whole bunch of stuff you have to go through just for you to get your product going. And if something happens, boom, you got a lawsuit going. But you're like, these companies are getting away with poisoning people, dude. Been for decades, bro. And even some said labeled organic. So I mean, dude, what the fuck is even like pure anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, nothing. Even everything is tainted because the skies are freaking polluted. The water. I mean, dude, everything. So the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, everything has some kind of poison or something has been done. So I mean, don't I mean, in one way, like I said earlier, I can agree with that. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, but what isn't fucked up these days? You know what I'm saying? Especially today. these days. I'm talking about, let's see, today is probably, well, where I am, it would be the day of the moon, Monday, the 30th of March, if you go by this Gregorian calendar, which most of us do. But, and at this point in time, it is 10:20 right now. So, yeah, whatever. Wherever you are in the realm, you know, may you be well out there too. I mean, it's crazy right now. But going back, like, what is pure these days? You know, like, so going back to the main topic, on cannabis, like, oh man, yeah, it's still going good. Yeah, bro, like people like to diss it and blah blah blah, lowers your frequency and this and that. Okay, that's fine. And if you lower it, that's bad. Like, okay, wait a minute. First of all, there's all sorts of frequencies all around us. Wi-Fi, everywhere we go, we walk. Is this shit is like floating. So you don't think that affects your frequency? Okay. The music we listen to, you know what I'm saying? All that has generates a frequency too. So you listen to certain kind of. So what? We don't listen to music. Just plug our ears. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and just be in like a lead suit all your fucking life, you know? Cause that's the only way. But anyway, going back to the topic, like, I think, I'm not going to say believe, I think, because, and through experience myself, and, also, you say you have that cliche in movies where I think one what was that movie actually that kind of painted this picture, and I'm gonna go into a little further, is I think it was Pineapple Express when they were like testing out weed, you know, or marijuana, cannabis, whatever you want. It's cannabis. Marijuana has just been like termed. That term is like a trigger word, you know what I mean? And it's got a stigma to it that, you know, it turns, it's negative, you know, it's got a negative stigma to it. And, just people hearing that, it's like, oh no, because we've been so programmed like all our life, and our parents have been programmed all their life, and then their parents have been programmed, all their life, and so on and so forth. So, like, in that movie, it shows this. I think it's that movie. I might be wrong, but anyway, in that movie, whatever movie it is, there's a part where they're testing out, you know, the cannabis and this and that, what it does, and a lot of the people, or I don't know if all of them did it, but there was the specific one that was like, you know, like, whoa, looking at his hands, like, you know what I mean, like his hands, like, oh, and I think that's a typical stereotype that you know, that cannabis smokers have, if I'm not mistaken. But like he's looking at his hand, like, whoa, and dude, like, and so people are labeled like, oh, he's just high, and you know, and people laugh about it, and you know, whatever. But yeah, of course, like, you don't like, if you never do it, like if you've never done it, let me explain that little experience there. And this happened to me, like a lot different than that, but very, like, you know, similar sense. Like, okay, I get the whole, like, you're why do you do that? Because I mean, and for me, it took years for me to figure this out, and then go back, and they say, what, hindsight is 2020, right? So going back in time, uh, my first, like, profound experience with cannabis, and you know, everyone says, a lot of people have said that, like, the first time they actually smoked, nothing happened, and then, like, the second time they smoked, you know, actually, you know, you know, inhaled more of the smoke. I guess they were, you know, scared or whatever first. They you know, they get like some big experience. You know what I'm saying? Well, this one for me, was very interesting. We just got out of the place we did that, and we were actually in like a parking lot, a church of all places. Anyway, and so there was like at that particular church, there was a valley, like I don't know if that's the specific term people would use, but down the way, there was a river that was flowing through, and you could see the river flowing, and across the way um, was a couple houses because there was like a community there, um, over there in that particular area. But that was like across the river, you know what I'm saying? And you can see all the trees and everything. And well, at this particular time, after everything started to kick in, like I was caught by this breeze. I was just this moment. I was looking down at at the river flowing, and just this breeze like captured me, like just took a hold of me. This breeze just like literally went through me. Like that's how I felt. Like, and like I was just so enchanted and captivated by this breeze, because I could feel it like through my whole being. Like I said, it went through me, like the wind passed through me, so to speak. And I think that's the saying, your personification or whatever you want to call that. I don't know what that would be, but that I had one of those moments where where the people like look at their hands like, whoa, I'm in a body. And dude, that's exactly what happened. Like I'm caught with this breeze. This breeze just overtook me, and all I could feel, that's all my body felt, was that breeze, the wind. Like I was the wind for some whatever many seconds that I was caught in it. And I literally, like, I remember saying this. Because I was just looking out, like I was looking into space, or sort of, like, you know what I mean? But I can't even explain it, man. I'm trying the best I can, but that breeze, man, like I was like that breeze, and I was just like so caught up in that breeze, and like the feeling that it went through me, that I literally had, like, I was like kind of looking up, because it was just a beautiful scene. And like I said to myself, where's my body? And I literally it felt like it took a long time for me to look down, like to look down, and it's like, oh, there it is. Because I was just like, my hands were just down, and I was just looking straight up, and I was just caught up in that breeze. I don't know if I closed my eyes or not. I don't remember. But I do remember looking at that scene, and that particular, what I just described happening. So like that gave me, that was my first experience, like that, like hindsight's 2020. Everyone's into, like, a lot of truthers are into like, not out of body experiences. What is that called? Kind of, like that. Like, I don't even know what the heck I'm looking for. What term? But, anyways, I forget where I was going with that little piece. But yeah, hindsight's 2020, and I that was the first time thinking back, and everyone hates cannabis. Oh, you're having a psychosis. It's psychosis. He's talking crazy. But are they? Are they talking crazy? Because, like, dude, because when I first did it, like, for some, like, I don't know if it was a different, weed was different back then or what, but everything made sense. Or I don't know if it's, I mean, still to this day, things make sense with it. You know what I mean? And if I don't know what people are looking for or searching for when they go like all out and crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 6-foot bongs and, just dab after dab, like just grams and grams of just dabs. Just, I don't know what you're searching for, man, or what your journey is, man. But, I don't, maybe they too, if I'm, I don't know. But, for me, dude, I don't think you need that much to, and maybe, I don't know if maybe people have felt, this same, or had the same, or similar, experience, with their first time, getting high. So, I mean, I don't know. Let me know on that. That'd be interesting to know. And if that's true, then like, dude, a lot of people should have already, you know what I mean? Like, I know people look at like near death experiences and out of body experiences, especially it's not. I wouldn't say it's becoming popular because I don't see it on the. I don't see it people talking about it that much, but it just seems popular, I guess, because um, I'm in there. You know what I mean? Like I'm there, like looking for it, and I guess these algorithms, um, they know you, dude. This matrix, they know everything about you. It's it's really crazy. So like everything that we do, I guess, or have done, like they already know, like our I mean, you see it in movies all the time. Excuse me. You see it in movies where there's this big like supercomputer AI, let's just say it's AI, and excuse me, and it's like super smart, intelligent, and like it like that movie Eagle Eye. When Shia LaBeouf meets this talks to the person on the phone. It's like it's AI talking to him, and when it told him that they know everything about him. You know what I mean? They know everything about him, and that there's certain things, things you do and blah blah blah, your parts of your characteristics that make you who you are. And with that being said, it's like also, and they've been doing this too. It's like, do you remember that movie Minority Report, where like pre-crime? It's like, dude, that's gonna be that's what they're trying to fucking do with this. Anyway, I'm getting too ahead of myself into other topics, and um the whole reincarnation and soul trick, soul trap, all that stuff. Um Prison Planet, simulation, all that stuff, you know what I mean? It's, some people talk about it, and it's very interesting, because it goes from, it's just not the normal religious, the religious talk, which is interesting as well, because, and not to offend anyone, but there's 6 point, or out of 8 something, we'll say 9 to be, generous, 6 so-called, this is what they say, and then 6.2 are out of those 8, 9ish, you know what I mean, billion. 6.2 are in the Abrahamic religions. Um, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all of it's the same thing. The people are believing pretty much the same thing. The only thing different is who's their Messiah, but it's the same characters. Same characters in there. Let's see. Even, yeah, it's the same characters. Even if they don't believe in them, it's the same character. Because I know, anyway, I don't, it's another topic, dude. You can just get so lost in talking about stuff. But out of all those people, you know, uh, they believe these, these religions. So it's a different, it's a different mindset or topic, like, because that's all that's left. Like, okay, if you're not thinking about, these characters and these tales and fables, then you're either thinking about this thing right here, this, and that. There's not that much besides that. I mean, yeah, people like to do little sects of the same thing, but it's the same thing. Like if I'm saying, but I'm Baptist. Okay, you still believe in, oh, well, I'm Protestant. You're same thing, dude. Oh, I'm Catholic. It's same thing, same characters. Um, so yeah, that's a little different. But yeah, man, to go back to the main topic, um, to tie it all into like the near death experience, out of body experiences, and are we like this is the meat suit. We're not our body, we're energy. We're energetic beings living in this body. You know what I mean? And so, hindsight's 2020. So like that's that experience for me, like, uh, showed me when I was younger, but you didn't know these things. I was actually, I think at that time, I think I was considered Catholic, because my mom had us go into like to do the first communion and all that stuff there at one of the church or what I don't know, whatever it is. Um, but you don't think anything of it, like, because you're caught in these religions. But hindsight is 2020, and thinking back, that's like, oh my gosh, that's my first like time that I witnessed, like that I am not my body. You know what I mean? Like the body is like second nature, and it was weird because how can that make you like no, and like it makes sense that like they're like, whoa, like the typical stoner, like the romantic man, whatever. If you want to do all that fucking shit, then you do that. But there's a point to it, and they're right. Like they're like, whoa, because they don't know it at the time, or they might know it, but they're in a freaking avatar, dude. They're in the meat suit. Like they're like the consciousness is like beyond the body, beyond the mind. The soul is like, whoa. Yes, like, oh, okay. I am in a body. I'm in a body. Okay, I'm in a body. Like, and then you have all like we've been told this like since we were kids even. Krang, remember Krang? He had a body. He was like another being, a brain actually. So that could be like kind of like a metaphor for consciousness. And then he puts himself in a body, and he's got a body. He can walk around, move around, do all these things, and fight, and all this stuff. But the body's not him, not actually him. It's part of him because he's consciousness. He's there. He's locked into that thing. But Krang could leave. But that's just, we've been taught these things. It's since we were programming, man. So like they're telling us this stuff we don't even know, and then when you were growing up, all this stuff was like, whoa, what the heck? Some people, not everyone. I'm not saying everyone's gonna have this revelation or whatever, or think the same thing that I think. No, not even close. But some might not even dream of thinking stuff like this, because they're so caught up, they're so programmed, so brainwashed that they only have this tunnel vision of this one thing, and the religion, whatever religion that may be. But we just discussed that there's 6.2 billion of them out of the 9 that are in the Abrahamics, and dude, there's some bad shit in there, man. So like that's very questionable. Um, And it makes you think like, okay, maybe that's why like all these things perpetually keep happening, because there's so many minds, you know what I'm saying? They say, "Oh, you are what you think." So all these minds are thinking, similar thoughts, same characters, and you know what I mean? And they believe, similar things, sort of. You know what I mean? A couple little slight differences, but in the end, like it's similar mentalities, uh, in great numbers, and then like the what's left is like other religions that believe, reincarnations and this and this and that. But even in Christianity, there's talks of um, like the New Testament. That's what when I say Christianity, I would say New Testament mostly, because that's where they like to stay at, and or the Psalms, or some Genesis quote that there's, you know what I mean, or Job. Just the ones that aren't, talking about people dying and slaughtering people, and innocent, basically innocent. I wouldn't say they were. Anyway, I mean, who knows if that's even true? But in the story, uh, people were getting slaughtered because, one, they believe in some deity, another deity, and so because of that, they take over their land and massacre them, killing everything that breathes. And dude, the crazy part is, like actually believing it, like, oh yeah, this is, and standing up for it. It's like, yeah, dude, oh fuck them. And he's like, whoa, like, whoa. Just because, and dude, you're so caught up in the religion, you're so brainwashed and you're so programmed that you're going along with it. I was in there, and so it's like getting out of it, like the liberation, bro, is like, it makes you question. And that's the thing, people don't want to. I've heard it from people say that it's when I was like getting out of Christianity and going into Torah only, um, a devout Christian once told me, it's easier to follow the Lord. And by the Lord, he meant Jesus, which Lord means Baal, in Hebrew. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's all like tied together, dude. It's an evil thing. Anyway, so the whole thing talking about marijuana and ended up talking about religion and shit, man. But, yeah, sorry, it's so long. It's like, I don't even know how long this thing is, if it's still recording. Yep, almost 30 minutes. Nice. Not. Didn't even expect it to be that long, but it's just a lot of stuff that got in there. It's interesting. But yeah, that was my experience. I guess cannabis can be considered a light hallucinogen. So that was my first experience of like no, being, being aware. I guess, yes, being aware that I was in like this, in something. You know what I'm saying? Like that I noticed, like, oh, I'm in this. This is like, I don't know how to explain it, or if I'm explaining it correctly, but like to feel your body for the first time. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm I am part of this. Like, I am part of this body. Like your consciousness like became aware that it was in the avatar, the meat suit, you know what I mean, for the first time. But I mean, you didn't know it was the first time because you were just, oh, I'm high, and you know what I'm saying, and you had no idea what to expect even. So I mean, uh, it's interesting. So yeah, that whole like quote unquote stoners, you know, like I mean, people that I mean, that's someone that smokes. People just term stoners, and then they're automatically like, you know, goofy, stupid, dirty, and just retarded. You know what I mean? Like just mentally retarded or something. Like this, just that's a stigma that it's painted. And I'm not making fun of you guys. I'm not. I I do it too. You know, but maybe not to that extent. But hey, if you're young, man, and people, that's what people are doing. Who am I to say otherwise? That you can't. Um, but yeah, that was my experience, and that was so like just thinking about it, thinking back about it, and you know, it's when people talk bad about it, that you know, and I get it, you know, I get it, but dude, like everything in this plane of existence, this realm, makes you feel a certain way, does certain things to you. It might not. I mean, and we're like people are finding out like this new thing. What was this coffee? I think it was Starbucks. Was, you know, found that it's getting sued because they've had so many forever chemicals in it, like, and for how long? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is so good, and this is good for you, and you know all this stuff. And come to find out it's bad. Like, dude, everything is like. And then you want to tell me, hey, oh, you're a bad person because you smoke cannabis, or you're dumb because that lowers your frequency, and you're getting channeled by other beings. I mean, dude, there's other factors, I think, to that. I don't think that just that like what like then you're saying that cannabis has like this spirit in it, in the plant itself. You know what I mean? And when you smoke it, you get possessed or something, or it lowers your frequency to where you're vulnerable now. But dude, everything lowers your frequency anyway. We just like we talked earlier about, you know, the EMFs, and you know, electromagnetic frequencies, you know, all that stuff, and uh just everything, and music, and just there's frequencies everywhere, even like birds and stuff, like they that generates a frequency too. And it's just everywhere, man. And imagine like if you live like in a city, or like in some places, like, you know, where I live, there's construction all the time. So all you're hearing is a doom doom. You're like hearing all these tools and stuff all day. So like you can't tell me that that doesn't mess with your frequency. Everything does, dude. So I mean, and I'm not even bashing the people that are like talking about this stuff. I'm just saying, like, dude, tone it down, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You can't paint everyone with the same brush. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's not the same. And people like to talk about, oh, you know, we're all individuals, and this and this and that. Okay, we're all individuals. So people use different things, and whether it be for a copium or hopium, you know, or for relief, because not just, you know, now if you're man, it's this is a touchy subject, like like opiates, you know, that's you want to talk about bad things, man. Those things kill people, bro. Literally kill people, because people OD on that shit, and um, people get dependent on it. And if they stop taking it, their body freaking shuts down or goes into withdrawals, and you're just feeling like, you know what I mean? Like you become dependent. It's crazy. So I mean, don't tell me about uh, being bad. oh, you're bad because you smoke an herb, to whatever, relieve yourself. You want to just have fun? Okay, cool. Copium, that's fine. What do other people do for copium? Smoke, go traveling, eat a lot of food, have a bunch of sex. What else do people like to do? Surfing. People like to go surfing. People like to walk, work out. A whole bunch of things people like to do. You know, for copium and stuff like that. So I mean, it's all an argument, man. But like everyone can have, no one's gonna have like the same opinion as me or whatever. They might have a similar one, but the way I said this might have offended them, or because I talked about that, they don't like me anymore, or whatever. Or if you saw my face, oh, I don't like how he looks, or I don't like his hair, I don't like his beard, or whatever, dude. It's just always something that you don't like about someone, and then just because of that little one thing, all of a sudden you hate them, and that's not how it should be, man. Like I get it. It might, oh, because I don't like the same football team that he does. He wore a Cowboys shirt, or he wore you know what I mean. He wore some the Saints. He wore the New Orleans Saints shirt, so I don't like them. You know how just shows how programmed we are, man. And we're supposed to come together. uh, we're supposed to come together and fight this tyrannical government that's been oppressing us for years and years and years and years. And beyond the government, there's other forces, maybe extraterrestrial, out of this world we call world life. Maybe them too. But we can't we can't even agree on a sports team. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's my rival. I hate them. And you're gonna tell me we're gonna come together and man, get the fuck out of here. We're dependent. Like if you want to go that route, we're dependent on these people that are asleep. If you're a truther, whatever, people have their bash words. Everything, every movement has their bash words for other people that, and I've said this before, for other people that aren't in the same thing that they are in. Everyone has their own little bash words, and we're just hating on each other, guys. But we all depend on each other at the same time. Go figure. I think I'm gonna leave it there. It's been a long talk here, and probably no one will listen to these crazy high altitude thoughts. So I'll leave you there, and take care, guys. Love y'all.